We go like from the beginning to end and talk about everything that happened, or should we just jump around the movie? Because I personally want to start with the opening scene of Hulk catching that 2-piece and a biscuit from Thanos. So, like,
well then, yeah, sure. Let's start from the beginning. And
all right,
work our way.
The movie literally opened. They play like one trailer, which is rare. They usually play like 7.
Well, that's the.
That
theater.
might just be.
That's up to the. Theater.
That might
That's
just
not...
be like insert town name here, theater that we go to.
Yeah. So the movie literally opens up.
I also want to say I didn't get a chance to see Thor Ragnarok because.
So the beginning was just straight spoiler.
I'm a little. Well, I mean, I knew that Thor was going to lose his hammer, and I knew he had an eye patch, but other than that, I was kind of just jumping into it blind. So they immediately kill Heimdall, and then as I'll let you do your bit about the Hulk, and then we'll move on to Loki.
So literally, as Thanos and his Black Order have literally wiped out half of Asgard. They come on the ship, and then Thanos grabs Thor, who's pretty badly beaten up, grabs him by the head, starts torturing him until Loki gives up the stone. And then right before Loki gives up the stone, or right after, Loki says, "We have a Hulk." Hulk just immediately jumps in. Hulk's like winning for first couple like minute or so. He's winning. Then Thanos takes off his helmet and beats the fuck out of Hulk. He literally picks him up. They really jaw shot, body shot, kidney shot, bang bang. Hulk's literally a lifeless. Hulk's literally like dead on the canvas. Put on boxing terms, like he is knocked the fuck out.
Hulk is KO'd, and then he goes back to being Bruce Banner.
Yes, Hulk dies, and then it's Bruce Banner the rest of the movie.
And then
Hulk,
he doesn't really die, but he basically just goes like, "I'm not." He's like,
they
"I'm
have
out."
that weird thing where he won't come out.
He comes out for a second, and goes no, and then the bike backs out.
The trailer lied. The first trailer lied to us.
What was in the first trailer?
Remember the first trailer. At the end of the first trailer had that big shot of all of them running together towards the camera.
Was Hulk in that?
Yeah, Hulk was in there. Black Panther, Falcon, War Machine, Captain America, the Wakanda. They're all running through a forest, and that shot was not in the movie.
Well, I mean,
it kind of was.
It kind of was.
Yeah, it's not the same. I agree with you there.
And so we start with that. Like Heimdall. Then after that, Heimdall summons all of his power to send Hulk back by the Bifrost, to send him back to Earth, and then I think it was Proxima Midnight or the other one who I can't name right now. Basically, Thanos picks one of their spears and just stabs Heimdall through the heart, basically killing him off, and then that kind of leads to
Thanos destroying the rest of the ship and just like leaving everyone for dead. Like, if you're still alive, you dead.
Which sorry to spoil this for you, but it's kind of been already spoiled for you by watching the beginning of Infinity War. But I feel like the beginning of the movie just kind of negates everything about Ragnarok.
Really?
Huh?
Oh yeah. There's hope, and then the hope is just dashed.
Everything about Thor Ragnarok is just kind of like all the last things they talk about is just kind of gone.
Thanos snaps and Loki's neck.
Yeah. So I kind of felt that way about a lot of the beginning of this movie, which is part of the reason why I didn't like the opening so much, was because it does that with everything. Like Tony has his chess piece back, and they mention it for about 2 lines, and then it's it just feels like everything that they've built up to is sort of negated immediately. There was after Guardians 2, like the way that they ended that, it picks up with the Guardians of the Galaxy in this one, and it feels way different than the way the other one ended.
Yeah.
And I don't know the character's name, which doesn't really help my case.
Sean Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kraglin.
Yeah. He is... he's supposed to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They established that at the end of the second one. Yondu gives him his arrow. Well, I mean, he doesn't give it to him, but
the whistle arrow, yeah.
Yeah, he gets the fin, and we see him practicing like the end credits thing, and I was like, okay, cool, we got more Guardians now. He doesn't make a single appearance in this movie, which really got on my nerves, because he's supposed to be one of the Guardians, and now he's just... Not only is he not there, they never even mention, like, where did he go?
Hey, do you guys remember when Kraglin decided to take a vacation? No, they're not even throw away a line like that.
Yeah.
Some of this movie, especially like the opening that you guys keep describing, really kind of leaves up to you and your imagination. Like, if you know the comics and you can imagine what it can go to, or just leaves it to like you making assumptions of what happened to some of these characters. Like, for me, I think the way White Wolf brought up Kraglin, I figured that Kraglin probably joined up with the main group of the Ravagers that you saw at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So
And
at
they
least
were all
Rocky.
No, not them, not the group that Yondu was running.
Sly, the one led by.
Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that group, and they're like, because Sylvester Stallone's like, let's get the band back together and everything. And I figured that Kraglin, because he wasn't in this movie, either he was like reforming his own group of Ravagers, kind of like the new Yondu for them.
Yeah, maybe.
And then for the whole Thor thing, we talked about negating Thor Ragnarok. I figured that, well, if they wanted to, because everyone's dead, they could just do the whole. There's one comic book series, I forgot the name of it, but it's where all the Asgardians get rebirth as humans on Earth, and then they build a new Asgard in like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's a new Asgard. Oklahoma.
Like Loki's a
Missouri.
Why not Minnesota?
Minnesota. Exactly.
no
Well,
Oklahoma.
was it
There's more
Minnesota or
land.
Missouri?
There's more land in Oklahoma.
Well, that's good because I really want to see Idris Elba come back.
Because Loki's like a woman. I think Heimdall's a white dude, but that's in comics though.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny about Heimdall? This is just a fun fact for you.
The listeners.
In Norse mythology, I was going through this book of Norse mythology, and it was explaining some of the gods. And Heimdall, at least in the book that I was reading, they literally, his like defining character trait was they called him the whitest of the gods. I read that and I was like, yes.
the most mayonnaise of the gods.
Yeah. They were like, you know who should play the whitest of the gods?
Idris Elba. So
do we think so? Loki's dead.
I'm
and
not sure about
He's come back many times, but I don't think he's coming back.
because there was a
time.
time where he
And
disappeared.
Thanos even said, and I think that was more for the audience.
Yeah,
than-
it was more.
Yeah.
where he said, "You're not coming back. This
No more
time."
tricks this
yeah,
time.
no more
And he
tricks.
and he
or
just
whatever
looks at the
says.
camera.
Yeah,
He's dead. Get over it.
which is weird. So that's one of those like Boy Who Cried Wolf, White Wolf.
Hey.
One of those things that like we've seen these characters like. We've seen him die so many times that if it's for real this time, it's sort of like...
We don't really believe it.
It's like, oh, like, yeah, we either don't believe it or don't care enough.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of feel the same way about the end of the movie. Like, I know people were tearing up at like Black Panther and Spider-Man. I admit, I had water in my eyes, but like, and I feel like I wanted to. But at the same time, the thought in my back of the head was, oh man, they're starting on. They're literally about to start filming Spider-Man: Homecoming 2 in London in like a month.
Well, the thing is, they filmed Avengers 3 and 4 back to back, so they already have pretty much all that filming done. And plus, we don't know the title of Avengers 4 yet. Those Russo brothers, the guys who directed, who done an awesome
Isn't
job.
it just Infinity War Part 2?
No, it's not. It's another movie.
Infinity Civil War.
Because the Russo brothers said that the title of the fourth movie will spoil it. So
Spoil what?
I don't know, whatever could happen.
The title of the movie will spoil the movie?
It would probably spoil Infinity War.
yeah, it'll probably spoil Infinity War.
We've been to
the
the
title
Thanos.
Thanos killed everybody, and now they gotta change that.
We ran to the captain.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. Actually, that go kind of. Actually, now that I think about it, my theory kind of makes more sense. Do you want to wait for that theory till the end of the podcast?
Actually, no. I want to hear it now. Wait,
Well,
actually,
like,
I want to
you-
do one thing first. And
Alright,
then we
okay.
can talk about your theory.
Go
I want to
ahead.
talk about what was the saddest death, do you think?
Tom.
Wait, actually, I want to read through this first. I made a list.
Okay, here's the list.
So-
You know what? Big spoilers here.
spoilers.
Yeah.
These are all guys that
These-
vaporized.
I'm
You got
literally-
you got 5 seconds. To turn off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. White Wolf.
They've made it this far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Heimdall, Loki, the Collector, that happens off screen, but that's a very safe assumption that he's dead. And then the 4, whatever
the
those-
children of
the black-
Thanos.
the
yeah,
the
Black Order.
Black Order.
What's the guys? Ebony
Maw,
Maw, Proxima,
Midnight, Corvus Glaive, and the other fat one.
something Obsidian. Obscene. I don't know.
Obsidian Black.
I can't read my own handwriting. Anyway, so that one, and then the biggest one of the first part,
the first
act.
tier,
Yeah, the first act is Gamora.
Yeah.
Or second act a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it might have been the second act,
Doesn't matter.
but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest deaths I think of the That
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
I personally did not see it coming at all.
No one saw her coming.
And then that led into Vision dying twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a rough day.
I'm alive. Fuck.
And then
Not again.
And then I made a line in the paper.
A line in the sand.
A line in the sand because everyone after that point gets disintegrated.
Is the line in the sand?
Oh.
Boo you, sir.
Too soon.
Everyone
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
everyone after that disintegrates pretty much. After Thanos snaps his fingers, and that's Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Bucky, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Mantis, Drax, Groot, Falcon, and then in the after the credits, there's Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and that's of just what we see. There could be many more, obviously.
So my personal theory, B's personal theory, is that the reason why, if you look at all the deaths, it looks like it's just the new class that died, the people that were introduced after the Avengers, and the Avengers are left. So my theory is that they're just going to straight up get rid of Captain America,
Thor.
Iron Man, Thor. They're going to do away with all of them. And the way they're going to do that...
Because Rocket's still alive.
But the way they're going to do that is with some sort of sacrifice. And if you think about it, that really goes into...
no sacrifice, no victory.
Yeah, well, no. That's Transformers. No, it goes into the theme of sacrifice with the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Where he had to sacrifice Gamora in order to
Obtain the stone.
And then they asked him, like, was it at what cost?
Not just the Soul Stone, but also Vision's entire thing, where he has that back and forth with Cap about, sacrificing one for like
save the universe.
What was his? He had a word for it. It was like replacements or
We're not going to replace one life with billions of others, something like that.
I don't know, but okay, this doesn't count as a death, but when Tony gets when Thanos stabs Tony, like.
I straight up thought I was going to die.
Same.
Yeah.
Straight up thought that was going to be a permanent death right there.
The theater gasped.
Yeah.
Audibly. I thought that was...
I've never...
I didn't mean
to... But a Marvel movie has never surprised me, especially the whole thing about Red Skull. I thought reports about Hugo Weaving after the first Captain America movie came out said he hated.
At first I was like, that can't be. They can't have brought back Hugo Weaving, and then you told me that you saw his name in the credits.
Yeah, it is Hugo Weaving, and also this movie surprised me. I mean, I didn't realize how many deaths would be in this movie, even though probably half of them are probably going to come back, and also just the fact that I really understood Thanos, even though he's a horrible. Just thing, or I don't know what he is, but
horrible alien creature or alien being.
What do you think was the
safest bet?
The saddest one or the biggest one?
Well, the saddest one has to go Tom Holland's will just be Spider-Man in general, because the way he grasped for Tony at the end, the way he just.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Which is like. We learned at Spider-Man Homecoming that he could make a motherfucker sad, but
I know
he did it again.
And also Black Panther, just because Black Panther and just Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
But it's just Black Panther, how you established him so much, and then just to see him fade away into the nether.
Who's gonna lead that country in his place? Is his sister gonna take up the mantle, or
either his sister, if she's still alive?
M'Baku.
She is. We would have seen if she died. Yeah. I think. Although there are some people that I think could be dead that we didn't get to see, basically just all the second tier hero. I mean, just if we're I'm on a Spider-Man thing right now, so I'm just thinking Aunt May, whatever his friend's name is.
Ned. Which, that got a big laugh out of you, his one line in the movie.
Oh yeah, his one line.
Which was just create a distraction, what do y'all?
It's that, create a distraction. We're all gonna die!
It works perfectly.
Yeah, so I think there's potentially a lot of characters, other than just those main heroes, that are dead right now.
Yes.
Plus all those civilians.
Gamora, I guess. Well, so, I think my number one is of course, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because that was just... really heartbreaking.
None of us are biased at all. But I mean, actually, that is true. It was super heartbreaking.
If I wasn't allowed to pick Spider-Man, then I'd say Gamora, because that was
that one feels to me like the one
that was a little rough to watch.
I saw it coming because he said you have to make a sacrifice, and reading into Thanos how he really loves him. I saw it coming, but I just didn't.
I like how she gets really happy at one point, and she's like, "Oh, Thanos doesn't love anything. Like I'm in the clear." And then he sort of like he slowly turns around to her, and then you realize you're like, "Oh no, like she's not gonna." And then you see her realize it. She's like, "I'm not gonna make it out of this."
It feels like one of the deaths in the movie that to me has one of the best chances to be permanent. Honestly, is Gamora, just because she didn't disintegrate.
Well, she's
also on a planet with Red Skull, so her body's on a planet with Red Skull somewhere.
That will lead to another point.
That's why I wanted to draw that line in the sand, is because everyone that disintegrated, I think, can come, either is going to or has the possibility of coming back.
Yeah.
But all the people that died beforehand, so Heimdall, Loki, the Collector, Gamora, and Vision, I think, and then of the 4 baddies that I don't care about at all because I don't remember their names. But
I think they're all like permanent.
Yeah, I think all of those are. Yeah.
For this movie to have weight,
those are locked in, which means Guardians Volume 3 is going to be
weird,
interesting.
Yeah. I just have a point in my personal opinion. I don't know about you guys. Avengers Infinity War, probably the most surprising and also most like emotional Marvel movie I've seen. That from like Iron Man on, from the MC movies, like I've never felt for a villain like this. Like especially the first time when Gamora stabbed him.